Adventures with Anna. Welcome back to my craft room. I thought I would show you guys what I have in my bags for this weekend. I've got two projects that you've already seen that I haven't really worked on, and then thanks to Pinterest and its ability to show you things that it thinks you need to do, I've started a new project. I know, it's okay. I haven't worked a whole lot on it. I just mainly worked for one afternoon. I've been kind of busy the past week, so we really haven't had, not we, because I'm the only one that crochets, but I haven't really had a whole lot of time to work on my projects. But if you watched my video earlier this week, I've got this bag right here with this hat. That's not going to be a hat anymore. Does that look pink? I'm trying to get it looks white. Where's my, I've got to find my little controller for my new light. Okay, I don't know, to me that looks white. There we go. Does that look more pink? Anyway, let's try that setting and see what happens. Set that little controller right there. Well, it just fell. But anyway, this is not going to be a hat anymore. It's going to be a cowl. Now the reason for that is I boo-booed. I am a total of 4 stitches off from where I started. The hook that I used was way too big. When I put this on, it goes clear down. What I plan on doing is this stitch marker right here is where I started my decrease. I'm going to go back to that stitch marker and just finish off this part here and put the ribbing on the top, and then I will have a cowl. And I had a viewer suggest, which I'd actually already thought about it, but I had a viewer suggest to make a set for like a cowl and a hat matching. I had thought about doing that. I think I will do that, but when I go back to the drawing board for the next experiment for this style of stitch, which is the Tunisian full stitch, if you're not familiar with that, and I am doing it in the round, I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. Hopefully it will work. Number one, I'm using a smaller hook, so that'll make a big difference right there on the size. But I'm going to keep the two main colors. I'm going to still use the sparkly black. Ooh, that really sparkles. Look at that. I think I like this new light. Good investment. And then I'm also going to be using this pink, which that shows up really good too. So I think I like this setting so far. The other project that I have, which you guys have seen, and I actually started to work on this just a little bit, but somehow I think my stitches are off. Maybe it was Monday. That explains everything, right? I think my stitches are off, but I'm not sure. I need to go back and look at it some more. But I started right here, I believe it is. And what I've gotten so far, it's going to make my stitch count off. So I think I need to go back and reevaluate everything, and if I have to, I guess I will rip it out and start from scratch. But everything else was lining up, so maybe it was just me not properly counting or something. But that's another project that I'm going to put in my bag. Whether I work on it or not, I don't know. Being a holiday weekend, I don't know how busy or slow we're going to be. Hopefully we're busy. That's always a plus. But if we're slow, then I have time to work. Now, this bag is gargantuan. This is my stitch markers and stuff in the cool little bag that my sister gave to me. Love it. This bag, currently, something fell. I don't know what it was. Currently gargantuan. This is like huge. It's too big for this project. But this is the one that Pinterest showed me and thought that I needed to create, which I think it's a good idea. I'm not complaining. I am using this yarn right here. And this is some Red Heart Super Saver. And this is a colorway Favorite Stripe. And I actually have 6 skeins of this, so I have 5 more up here on my shelf. They are sitting right here. Let me move these cakes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And what prompted me to grab the particular skein that I did was the color that was hanging out. As you see, this one's got, well, I don't know, but this one's got green, this one's got red. These other 3 must be around on the other end. But the color that was hanging out on the one that I grabbed was purple. Now, I have seen this particular yarn knitted up into a hat. And I think that's the only thing I've seen it knitted up into or done up into. And I don't have, I will have to put a link in the description box for the pattern. I can't tell you what the name of the pattern is, but it is like a poncho shawl-like thing. I don't have it printed off. I just have it saved on the tablet. So I do plan on printing it off though. But this is actually done flat. And it is big enough to be a blanket. But it just goes, it's a poncho and it just goes around your shoulders, and it does have a drawstring tie at the top, so you can, do it off the shoulder or make it a little bit tighter. I do like the way it looks. I made my swatch like the pattern suggested. The correct number of rows and the correct number of stitches. I was the correct length. I was 4 inches, but the stitch count was like 2.5 inches, and it was supposed to be 4 inches, supposed to be 4 by 4. So I'm not going to a bigger hook size because, as you know, the Red Heart Super Saver recommends a size H. Well, this one is using a 6.5 millimeter, which I believe is like a K crochet hook, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. It just has the 6 point. Well, you probably can't see that. There we go. I'm going to get used to this camera yet. But I put my hand there. It shows it to you. This is a 6.5 millimeter, and this is the longer extension one with the cable on it. And I really like this. It doesn't tell you what the stitch name is that you're using, but it is actually the extended Tunisian crochet. And this is going to be really light and fluffy. Get this up here so you guys can see. This is what I have so far. Don't you love that? I absolutely love it. I do. And I want to make sure my stitches don't fall off. And I've tied it up on the end because right now it's way longer than I actually need. I think it said a 22 inch, which that is probably, it might be about that. If I do need it longer though, I can always, take some of this out and make my cable longer. But look at this stitch. Isn't that gorgeous? It's kind of open and airy, but yet I bet this is going to be warm. And it is supposed to start cooling down, so that's another reason I'm glad that Pinterest suggested this, because I've been wanting something like that I can wear, so I don't always have to be wearing like sweatshirts all the time. Not that I don't mind the sweatshirts, but if I had something that looked a little nicer than the boring sweatshirts that I have, and I think this is going to be it. That is so gorgeous. And I had a couple of skeins of this, and a few of these skeins that I have was actually gifted to me from Ella from No Catchy Name. I'm super excited. Normally when I buy yarn, I just get 1 skein of each color because I plan on making hats with them. So I didn't, I don't get more than 1. But since I had multiple of these, I've been kind of saving it back and waiting to find the perfect pattern to use the yarn on. And this should use, I think, 4, maybe 5 of the 6 that I have. So I will have a little bit left over that I can use for something else. So anyway, that's what's in my bag for this weekend. Let me know what you guys are working on this weekend down in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and interacting with you guys. And I will see you next week in my next video.